Next question will be Irish Norbell from Warchant.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Hey, Aaron.
The change in, I guess not change, but I guess the advancement or involvement of Australian punters. Both teams obviously this week have them. Do you recall when that first when you first knew that was going to become a kind of a trend in football, and any theories as to why? I mean, I know they play Australian rules football, but any theories as to why those doors have become open?
Well, it's been a while now. My first exposure to it was at the University of North Carolina. I had an Australian punter, which is probably 5 years ago now. But, I think, a couple of reasons why. I think as punt has evolved over time, coaches on the punt unit have become a lot more creative, whether it's with formations or moving the pocket in how they punt. Utilizing the ability to kick it back across the field and ball placement has become so critical. And I think it's a natural skill set for guys who have played Australian rules football to be able to kind of manipulate their kicks a little bit, control their ball placement, and have really great accuracy on moving the ball around. And it's just proved to be a weapon. They do a really good job of development. The group that we work with does a great job, kind of preparing their guys for what American football is going to be like. And I feel comfortable with Alex when he came over here, and he's done a really good job.
Afternoon, Coach. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing well, thank you. Hey, Ryan Fitzgerald was not available, obviously, in the opener. Is he going to be available for this Saturday? And if so, how's that place kicking competition going to work between him and Peter?
Well, so Parker had a great first game. I thought he did a lot of things well. So we knew when we were going to gain Ryan back that we would kind of reopen the competition and let that play out through the week. Coach and I are going to have a conversation over the next couple of days and really iron out all the details of how it's going to play out. But I feel very good about either one of them given the opportunity, and they both worked hard and prepared well. So I expect whichever one goes out there to be able to do the job to a high level.
Are you hopeful that Josh Kaindoh will be a go for Saturday?
Well, he's been working hard. He's been doing everything he can possibly do through his rehab process. He's out there. I see him. He's working. So we'll see. I'm not going to make any determinations on whether he will or won't be able to go still this far out. But I know he's working hard every day, and his mindset is to put himself in the best position he possibly can to be able to help us out.
Hey, Coach, saw that Corey Wren was added to the depth chart as a kickoff returner this week. If he does get an opportunity, I guess, what does that type of speed bring to the return game?
Well, ever since we recruited Corey, I kind of thought that he would be a guy that, whether it was in year one or down the road, that he would have an opportunity to really impact us from a kick return game standpoint. One of the things that Corey does so well is he can get to top speed really fast. And part of being successful as a returner is being able to make one cut and go. And Corey has that ability in him. So, I don't know if we'll end up seeing him on Saturday night or not, but he's definitely a guy that we look to develop in that role. And hopefully, as he gets more experience and more repetitions in practice, he's a guy that can help us out as we move forward.
Coach, when going against a quarterback like De'Aaron King, how do you emphasize both keeping contained but also, attacking the passer and getting upfield?
Yeah, pass rush, lane awareness is going to be critical. We got to do a great job of collapsing the pocket, pushing the pocket, and working as a four-man unit to rush the passer. You bring up a great point because you want to be able to rush them, but you want to be able to do it with discipline where you're not creating rush lanes. So it's a challenge anytime you play a mobile quarterback, especially a mobile quarterback that has so much poise in the pocket. We're going to have to do a great job. It's going to be a challenge for our guys, but it's been a point of emphasis for 2 weeks, and hopefully, when we get there on Saturday night, we're going to be ready to roll with that.
You've been a part of some great rivalries at other schools. When you go into a game like this, is it any different? I know you guys try to treat every game the same, but in rivalry games, is there anything as a coach you kind of look out for, or anything you're looking to either stay away from or to encourage?
Well, I think the biggest thing that you do in these games is you try to harness the emotion that's involved with it. You don't want your guys, playing the game on Thursday and Friday and not having that energy when they need it. So you try to have a slow build, kind of a slow burn all the way to kickoff, and try to keep building that momentum as you move forward. Because there is going to be a lot of emotion out there. There is going to be a lot of excitement, and there should be. I mean, that's what these games are all about. But you try to harness that as long as you can, and then unleash it when the ball's kicked off. Because there are times where you get so excited so far out that you kind of can burn and waste some energy. So as a coach, you want to kind of keep those guys on a slow burn all the way to kickoff, and then let them go do their thing when that ball is put down play.
Coach, I guess how much stock do you put into your guys' ability to rush the passer after the Georgia Tech game? And has the last few weeks been spent on just sticking to what you guys want to do, or has it been outside the box thinking of ways to create pressure?
It's been a little bit of both. I think in game one of the things that you learn, no matter how many times you scrimmage or how many times you practice, you really find out about what you have. From a coaching perspective, and there are some things that we can absolutely, obviously, improve upon, with the 4-man rush. But we're gonna have to mix things up a little bit. I know Coach Fuller's alluded to that. So we're gonna do what suits our personnel best, without giving away too many schematic thoughts. But we need to improve, obviously, in creating that 4-man rush. But we're also gonna have enough weapons in our bag where we can help our guys out.
You guys played, some younger defensive ends in that game. Josh, obviously, and even the redshirt freshmen haven't played a lot of football. Did seeing themselves play extended reps and like having that game film, did you see how it was helpful for them over the last week or two?
Absolutely. Whether you're talking about Josh Griffiths or Derek McClendon or Quayshawn Fuller, that was really the first time they played significant football, especially in big moments of the game. And I think every single opportunity they get, they're going to have an opportunity to improve. I think that first game for them was eye-opening a little bit, just in terms of the speed of the game and the physicality of the game. So I think every single time they go out there and take the field, they'll be that much better. People always say that your biggest jump as a football team is between game 1 and game 2, and that becomes especially true for your young guys. They have a chance now to have gone through it, when I say gone through it, I mean it's the whole thing. It's pregame meal and the stretch and the warm up and the excitement in the locker room, and hopefully we're a lot more prepared, especially with those young guys going into the second game than we were first game. But all in all, those young guys, they worked hard this week, and I think they understand the responsibility that they have, and I'm excited to see them play.
That week 1 to week 2 jump, I mean, do you still expect it, even with that kind of off week being placed where it was? Have you ever been on a staff that had a bye week in week 2 also?
One other time we had kind of a similar situation. I believe it was 2005 when we had Hurricane Katrina and then Hurricane Rita come through. We had a game and then we had a bye, so it kind of felt like a long break. But yeah, you do expect, to continue. The first week, our bye week was about ourselves. Yes, the coaches, we were starting playing for Miami, but, really the emphasis of practice was improving the things that we needed to improve upon as a football team. And then this week, the focus obviously became Miami. And, I do expect to see that jump. I do expect to see a better football team on the field on Saturday night than what we saw a couple weeks back. And, truth be told, if we're doing the right things as coaches, we're going to see a better football team in November than you see in September. So, we should continually look for improvement as the year goes. And as long as our guys have that mindset and approach that every time we go out on the practice field, we're looking to get a little bit better, that 1% every day, we'll be where we want to be.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.